Welcome everybody to episode 2 of Orthodox. It is your host, Matteus, joined by Sluca.
I think it's episode 3, no?
No, because we did episode 0 first.
Oh, that's right. You're right, yeah.
Bam.
Okay, well, it's me, Sluca. Again.
And this is our February, March, April recap. We talked about Scream 6, which was in March, but we saw a bunch of movies other than those ones. And we kind of want to just do one long recap episode before we do our full extensive talk of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Which we saw last night, and we've been on a slight hiatus for a while. You know, we just finished school, though, so we're back.
Just finished school, so we are back, and hopefully back for good now. So, February, I think the earliest one that we meant to talk about, never got the chance to, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Quantum, how many mids was that? Quantumania?
Quantumania.
Alright.
I want to say the coolest thing about that movie was that the words ant and man fit within Quantumania. That was about the only good thing.
That was the most satisfying part of the movie.
Yeah, it really was, because, oh my lord, that was a mess.
Fuck,
no.
I remember, when I leaned over to, you or one of our other friends, when the movie finished, I'm like, what happened? Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
There's a difference between a self-contained story and a useless story. This is something that was, you could have condensed the movie down into a 15-minute one-shot and still had everything of meaning fit within that one-shot.
This fits more as, a prologue.
Yeah.
Rather than a 2-hour shitstorm.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a shitstorm.
It's not, yeah, it's not like it's unbearable, but it's like Loki, which I was going to say spoiler warning, but if you haven't seen Loki now, it's been 3 years, get with the times. If Loki did a better job of setting up Kang in the one episode he was in than Ant-Man did in a full, 2 hours, 15 minutes, or whatever the runtime was. I think it was something around that time. It was just so nothing. I get, okay, whatever, it's different Kang, it's because of the multiverse, there's the difference between the one who remains and Kang the Conqueror, but still, it's this did so nothing.
Nobody died.
Nobody died, which is such a Marvel thing, and it's oh my lord.
God bless what's her face, Catherine Newton as Cassie Lang, but she cannot act.
No, she can't. Dad! Open mask, close mask. Dad!
Just don't be a dick. Oh my!
I forgot all about that line.
I sunk into my seat when I heard that, and
so did I. And I actually had to cover my face because I didn't want to see or hear anything.
Marvel, man.
I have to say, when MODOK first appeared, I thought it was hilarious because MODOK's supposed to be ugly, and so I was perfectly fine with him looking like the Spy Kids villain.
What's tits? Mr. Electric or some shit.
I was perfectly fine with him looking stupid as hell.
Hang on, Spy Kids. It's Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Is it?
Yes. No, it's not Spy Kids.
Was it?
Have you ever seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Yeah. I saw it a million years ago.
It's the teacher. He's gonna give Linus a minus. Maybe we can freeze a circus. That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know. Half the graphics still look like Spy Kids. You know what it was? You know what made me think of Spy Kids? When we saw the first trailer, and you see Cassie, Hope, and Scott all together. Their 3 suits are the same colors as the Spy Kids suits. And they're set up in this awful CGI dimension, which looked like a Spy Kids movie.
It's a rip-off of Spy Kids 3D Game Over, starring Sylvester Stallone and Salma Hayek.
So, oh man, yes, like I said, I was fine with MODOK being stupid. I was fine with MODOK being a use of comedy because he's supposed to look stupid. Even though he's a serious character, he's meant to look really dumb.
But there's no world where MODOK is going to be taken seriously in live action form.
Yeah, no.
Never.
And so
never.
They saw that he could be used as a device for comedy, and I'm happy with that because they didn't try to take him seriously, but then they took it way too far and they made the entire thing comedy. When he's describing his backstory, did we really need to see
his little tiny ass?
Exactly. Did we really need to see? No. They tried doing that. They tried doing so many. No, I'm. What was his name even before?
It's the villain from the first movie.
I know. But what was the character's name? I'm trying to remember because he was I am not
Devin or some shit. I got. Oh, hang on.
Darren Cross.
Darren.
I am not Darren. I am MODOK. And then at the very end, my name is Darren, and I am not a dick. Like, oh my lord.
Like,
it was so. They weren't even trying to be funny in that moment. They were trying to give you like that sense of like, yeah, he's overcome his struggles of being a villain. Now he's a good. Like, no. And the whole like, oh, I died in Avenger. Like.
This is the start of Phase 5, by the way.
Awful opening to Phase 5. Awful opening to Phase 5.
This is a movie that makes film Twitter hate Marvel even more.
Yeah, which is a shame because I keep trying to defend Marvel, but even I don't like this movie. I give it like a 5 at best. 5.5 maybe.
It's a 4 for me.
It was not good.
Another thing too is slight disappointment. Like, I knew he was gonna be terrible. But Bill Murray, I love Bill Murray, but I know that he, in real life, he's he's pretty difficult to work with on movies and shit. And I know that when he was on set for a whole ass, he's in this movie for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and he's in the starring role and he dies instantly. I knew that he was so excited to die because that means he didn't have to be in the rest of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
He just wanted to leave.
They gave up so much of the supporting cast. Michael Pena, T.I., and the other guy, I don't remember his name.
I can't pronounce his last name. Yeah. It's Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but they're just nowhere to be seen. Jimmy Woo gets like a 2-frame cameo. And it's just like, why? Why are we giving up the whole supporting cast? Like, why does the entire movie minus 15 minutes and
I was Michael Pena, who he's fun to watch. He could have been like on the outside of like the machine the whole time. He could have just been trying to do him and like the other guy could have just tried to do some experiments to get him out of the realm.
The only time we're on Earth is at Baskin Robbins, the coffee shop, and the restaurant at the very end for Cassie's fake birthday.
And the library.
Oh, yeah.
And that, I don't know why I remember that, but...
It's like...
This whole movie is a CG nightmare, and it gives me like, visual aids.
Yeah. It also didn't help that we went to see it in 3D. This is not a movie you're meant to see in 3D.
It's dark as fuck.
And like most movies today are not made to be 3D anymore. 3D was the thing of like 2005 to 2012 at most. And like it's just things are not made for 3D anymore. And so when theaters still have it, it's simply out of necessity. Like you could tell Marvel put like a 2-layer depth effect on this movie and they're like, ship it off, we're good.
Fuck, just what a slog. I mean, I can't even say I don't think I was bored during this movie, but like just thinking about it afterwards, like, I can't remember much about it.
Yeah, I wasn't bored either, but I was cringing at the MODOK things, and I was just hoping that something of value and, something of... What's the word I'm looking for here?
Something was going to pay off or something.
Yeah, I was hoping something of value would be added to the movie, something of stake. Like, there would be some actual stakes added to this movie.
It felt like there were stakes because that's what people were saying, like, someone's going to die, and I'm like, oh shit, someone might die, because Kang needs to establish himself as the new big baddie.
Yeah.
And he does nothing. He gets ran over by a bunch of ants.
Yeah.
And he establishes himself as a fucking pussy.
Yeah. And not only that, but we find out, like, days after the movie came out, like literally a day or two, they completely reshot the ending because apparently at the beginning, Scott was supposed to be left in the quantum realm. Which makes so much sense. Because they had the scene in the trailer, they had the scene in the movie of the, I don't have to win, we just both have to lose. Where Scott would sacrifice himself. Even if you don't want to kill him, that's fine. But leave him trapped in the quantum realm and they can't get back to him because Kang does his little shenanigans. But no, we need the Marvel happy fairy tale ending.
Like, this movie has too happy of an ending.
Like, yeah.
For like the new big baddie coming in.
Yeah, like you're telling me that Kang the Conqueror, the man who is absolutely able to decimate universes, loses to Ant-Man and a bunch of ants. No. Like, no, he doesn't.
Come on.
The writing for this movie was just not there. The directing was clearly half-assed by the fact that they changed the ending with like a week or so, or not a week, but a month or so before the movie's release. It's just too much, and so the movie just did not pay off well. It was not a good start to Phase 5, especially after Phase 4 ended so strong. Black Panther Wakanda Forever was spectacular, and the Guardians Holiday Special was a cute little epilogue to Phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start Phase 5 with this, and it's like, ugh.
Whew, thank God the trilogy's over.
Yeah, hopefully never to be seen again, honestly. I don't need another Ant-Man movie. They got worse with each one. The first one's the best one. The second one was enjoyable. I just rewatched it, but like, no.
I think it's probably 1, Quantumania, and then 2. 2 is so forgettable, I can't even...
I like to.
If you put a gun to my head and just tell me what happened in Ant-Man and the Wasp, pull the trigger, man. I can't tell you.
Okay.
I can't even remember who the villain was. Who was it?
It was a mix between Ghost and then that other guy. I don't even remember his name. Because Ghost we thought was the villain, and then they have kind of teamed with Ghost.
That's right.
I don't remember the guy's name. I don't know. I can agree the movie is pretty forgettable because I saw it a day before Quantumania came out, again, to kind of refresh my mind on it, so that's why I remember more things. But at the end of the day, Quantumania was actively unenjoyable at times, whereas this one is just forgettable, which is why I still put it above Quantumania.
Okay, fair. Also, the release for Ant-Man and the Wasp was weird. It's like this and that movie and Captain Marvel came between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, so at that point you weren't holding up to those, like, at least Marvel-wise masterpieces.
Yeah, like, fuck.
Still no chance.
I mean, there's more I could probably say about this for, like, I don't know, another half an hour, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want to talk about this movie.
I'm happy being past this movie. I don't want to come back to it for another 10 years minimum.
I don't feel like seeing this movie ever again,
no.
and I'm glad.
I already saw it twice, actually. I ended up going back to see
that's
it
right.
movies.
That's right.
And it wasn't. I was really debating just falling asleep. I'm kind of tired tonight. I was really debating taking a nap.
That would have been the Fior move to do.
Yeah. Oh man.
I wouldn't have blamed Fior if he fell asleep during that one.
And what's crazy is, because I'm going to use this as my little transition point, exactly 1 month later, February 17th to March 17th, DC came out with Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and boy, could I complain about this movie too.
You go ahead and complain. I like this one.
It was just so meh, so nothing, so cringe. Like, ugh.
I can maybe agree that some of the humor was kind of cringe. I mean, that's what you think. I think it's cringe at parts. I thought this whole movie was like a Skittles promo.
Oh my god, that Skittles thing was like, what the hell was that?
I don't know.
Like that was the icing on the cake for me. I'm like, what is that?
The amount of time they said Skittles, I'm like, this is a promo. Why?
Yeah.
Are you watching
no, but then there's the
advertisement?
thing where it's like unicorns will only come out if they can follow Skittles because their natural rainbow power is the only thing unicorns will respond to. And I'm like, what? How much was Skittles paying them for this? Which is crazy because I'm eating sour Skittles right now. Like, I love Skittles, but like, not that much that I want to see them in that movie.
But honestly, I think the part that makes this movie for me is Freddy. I love Freddy, and I really wish him and God, I gotta get his name right. Asher Angel, the guy who plays young Shazam. I wish they were in the movie more. Like, their dynamic in the first movie was amazing. I wish there was more of them in this, and I wish Asher Angel was in the movie more too. Yeah, Zachary Levi is pretty great as Shazam, but like so is Asher Angel. I wish he was in it more. For the little time he's in it, he's fantastic, honestly. He's one of the best kid actors out there right now. But Jack Dylan Grazer, I think, is a better kid actor. But just again, like, I like this movie, but it's just not sticking with me. Like, I just liked it and I enjoyed it. I think it's a decent. I think it's a fantastic DC movie, like by DC Universe standards. But
which is pretty low. It's pretty low standard.
Yeah. Fuck. Thank God they're hitting the reset button.
Yeah.
With Flash that I don't care about because
I'm so excited for Flash.
Because
I cannot wait for Flash.
I'm not watching that piece of shit Ezra Miller on screen. I don't care. He should be in jail. I'm sorry. Sorry to go all political
no, I
there.
mean, realistically, it's true. Like, they've openly admitted to the crimes.
Yeah.
But
that's a whole different story. Back to Shazam.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Asher Angel definitely not in it enough, and I think a complaint people had with the first one and became even more apparent in this one. Asher Angel, what's his character's name again?
Billy.
Billy and Shazam are completely different characters.
Yeah,
is like it was noticeable in the first one, but easily able to overlook it because I liked the first one a lot. It was a very enjoyable movie. It is such a glaring issue in this one because Shazam is such a man baby. And Billy is like turning 18 or 19.
And he's like he's acting like a normal teenager, but then when he's in the Shazam body, he's just a man. Yeah, he just becomes stupid. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting him to be a fully grown man. At the end of the day, he's only turning 18, 19, whatever age he's supposed to be. But like Shazam acts like he's still 13, even younger, honestly. But I'll give him 13, and I just don't get it. Because all the other kids who are younger, they act like their age when they become the thing. Like Freddy, when he becomes his Shazam counterpart.
He just acts like a cocky dude, but he's still pretty responsible for like, the shit.
He acts like himself if he had more power. So yeah, he's gonna be more cocky, but he still reflects his own characteristics.
Mm-hmm. Just...
Oh.
I'm gonna be struggling a bit to final things to talk about this one. What do you think of the villains? I think they were pretty alright. I think they were fine.
They were alright.
I liked Lucy Liu. You know, she was... Or like she's like the young, she's like the, God, I don't know.
The younger, the one who
no, she's the middle. She's the middle
oh,
sister.
The middle, okay.
She's the middle, and like you know, the elder sister, like you know, she turns. Oh yeah, spoilers as if you really care about Shazam.
Yeah,
no. Nobody saw this movie, which is a little unfortunate.
I can about Zachary Levi begging people. I remember when John Wick 4 came out, Zachary Levi went on Instagram Live. He's like, hey guys, you know, you could go see John Wick 4 in theaters, or hear me out, like you can go see it, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, only in theaters right now tonight. Go see it, please guys, please go see my movie, please. I don't want them to take me out of the new DCU, please guys. It was a desperate attempt.
Yeah, just desperation. The guy I feel bad for most is the director, David F. Sandberg, because he came out. He said on Twitter, because you saw that promo where Wonder Woman was in the TV spot.
Mm-hmm.
He came out on Twitter and said like, well, some WB execs put out a trailer and I had no idea about it. So there goes the surprise of seeing her in the movie. So you know, fuck me. I feel bad for him. And he said even after this movie, he's not coming back. He's gone back to his horror roots.
Oh man, so you're loving that.
Oh yeah, I mean he made some movies you probably heard of. He made that movie Lights Out, came out 2016.
Sounds familiar.
And he made like 2 Annabelle movies.
Okay, those I know.
Yeah,
I watched one of those. Those were so scary.
Annabelle even had a cameo in this movie. She was in the pediatrician's office in the beginning. I'm like that's the ugly ass looking Annabelle right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So and he's even the director even makes a cameo in the movie. He gets picked up by one of the dragons. He's the guy with like the white hair and like the black shirt. He just gets picked up and then dropped. I'm like, oh, he killed himself in the movie. Probably like he wanted to kill himself making this movie, but whatever.
Oh man, like there's just so much. Like even the Wonder Woman cameo was so
that did
lazy.
not, dude. DC is trying to be Marvel so hard, and I hate to say that because and you know anybody can just say that, but it's true, man. They're just trying to have some cameos and stuff. And I don't even know if she was actually there on set. I think they deep faked her. No.
No, I think it was her. It didn't look like a deepfake. What it did though, and because ever since you told me about this, I can't unsee it. She definitely wasn't on set with Zachary Levi because they constantly had. You as soon as you pointed that out to me, I don't remember what movie you pointed out.
It was No Way Home.
No Way Home.
It was No Way Home because Tobey Maguire is in one scene and then Alfred Molina is in the other.
As soon as you pointed that out to me in No Way Home, I can't unsee it in any other movie. I know, it's a psychological thing.
It's
now.
very noticeable. Like damn. Like I always like. That's just something you gotta like look out for now.
Yeah, I just can't unhear it anymore.
I actually didn't notice that. Like, was that a thing? Like, was she like there and then like Zachary Levi was like in the other scene? Like, it was just shot for shot.
Yeah, it was just shot.
She did like turn around and they were behind him. That probably could have been like an effect for
that
them.
was just like a green screen. Where they just threw her on the previous scene and just kind of slapped her on top as another layer.
Goddamn, fucking superhero movies. I'm glad you started keeping out for that. Good for you.
I don't want to. No, it's just a subconscious. I hate it. Cause now I can't even watch it. Like not the cameo. Like, the writing for it was really lazy. Oh, I got your letter.
Yeah.
Like okay, sure. The writing was already lazy, but now on top of that, I gotta be like, okay, they're not together. They're not even in the same scene. I gotta hate this even more now. Like no, I already didn't like.
Like if you see them in the same shot, they're more than likely in the same room.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if it's just doing shot for shot, they did not meet at all. They're not in the same. They shot it like weeks in advance or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn. I thought this movie was kind of funny too. There was somebody in my theater that was blowing up with laughter at every joke.
Really?
Which was kind of annoying. But I'm like, I'm really glad she found every joke funny.
I thought the humor was alright. There were some jokes that I liked and some that were.
Yeah, but not everything landed for me. It's whatever.
Yeah.
There was probably a few things I cringed at, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's a kids movie. and we're hitting this reset button like next movie.
Yeah, which is that's what made me question the post-credit scene where Hardcore and Economist go to him to make him join the Justice Society.
The
Why?
Justice Society. Oh, I completely forgot about that.
The only reason I remembered it is because I had just watched Peacemaker before watching. I was so excited. I'm like, it's the Peacemaker guy. It's the guys from Peacemaker.
Yeah.
But like, why? Why are they having him join the Justice Society? But here's the thing: is the Justice Society being completely changed? Because Peacemaker's staying. James Gunn said he's going to give it a season 2. So some things are going to make it through the Flashpoint, and some things aren't.
I have confidence that Shazam will stick around. Maybe for...
It seems like it.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't know, because we have the Flash, June 16th, which is the Flashpoint. We're resetting the universe. But then we have Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in like December. Which is like, I'm assuming still part of the DCEU and not the DCU.
More importantly, is Amber Heard even going to be in it?
Yeah, she's confirmed. She's got a big role in the movie. She's keeping her prominent role.
Great. Good thing it's her last movie. She's quitting.
Yeah.
You hear about that yesterday?
Oh, really?
She's quitting Hollywood and moving to Madrid.
Thank God.
No, she's become a real Madrid fan. Like, is any one of our friends Madrid fans? I was going to say E-Man.
No, he meant Juve.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, he's gonna kill me if he hears that. He's gonna kill me if he hears me. Yeah, so...
Wired and Tired over there is gonna be pretty mad about Amber Heard leaving, though.
Hear me out.
Hear me out, man.
Hear me out.
Okay, like, I understand she's an awful person, but, like, hear me out, though.
Wired and Tired.
Wired and Tired, man. Like, he's not gonna like it.
Mm.
I don't know. Overall, was not a fan of that movie.
I had fun with it. I don't think I'll return to it. I'm glad it exists because I was excited for a while because I really liked the first one.
Yeah.
I think this one just came out 4 years too late. If it came out maybe 2 years ago, I would have enjoyed it way more. I think a 4-year gap was just too much for this movie's own good. Yeah. God, yeah. Long fucking time for this movie to come out.
Yeah. Nobody
Nobody saw it. I think it's good. You don't think it's good? That's fine. It's who the fuck cares?
Yeah, no.
All right, what are we moving on to? I gotta check.
Yeah, I gotta check. What else have we both seen?
I saw a few things. I saw Cocaine Barrel, so
I did not see that. I mean, feel free to share your thoughts on that.
I will. It was fun-ish, I think. I'll never watch it again. It's people were like. I was more interested in like its rating because like when I went to go buy tickets, it was like an 18+ rating. I was like, oh shit, my kid, this thing is gonna be the real fucking deal. Because usually some R-rated movies are like just 14A, but like 18 is like if they have like an excessive amount of gore. I'm like, okay, you know, at least this movie can provide me some gore and shit. I'm not gonna give a fuck about the characters, and I don't, not at all. However, I do. There were 3 people that I did enjoy watching the movie. Ray Liotta, who's like the drug dealer, cartel lord, whoever.
Okay.
Ice Cube's son.
First off, Ice Cube has a son.
Yes.
Second off, he's an actor.
Yeah,
He's old enough to beat it.
His name is O'Shea Jackson Jr. and he's great. He was in a few movies. He was in this movie called. I watched it a few months back. It was called Ingrid Goes West. It's with Aubrey Plaza and Elizabeth Olsen. So. Yeah, he's in that. He's pretty great in that. Yeah, he's a really good actor. Nothing like his dad. Like not in like the same mannerisms as his dad. Like in the
I love Ice Cube.
Not like in the Jump Street movies, but
yeah.
But he's great. And,
I've seen him in that, and I've seen him in the 2 Ride-Along movies. I love those.
Yeah, and Alden Ehrenreich, the new Han Solo, he's in it too. He's just weeping the whole movie because like his wife died. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Like any attempts at character morals, I was like, come on, man, this is cocaine. This is Cocaine Bear. Like, act like the movie, please.
Yeah.
This movie wasn't even that gory for me. Maybe I've just seen gorier shit.
Yeah.
The goriest kill in this movie was an accidental gunshot kill. Not even from the bear.
Oh man.
It was a extreme close up of a character getting shot in the back of the head accidentally. And everything, blood went everywhere, and then just that was it. The second goriest kill was like something that didn't even happen on screen. It was just an off-screen kill, and you just see the remains of it, so that's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear. It was kind of cringe. It was funny. It was funny watching the bear do snort cocaine.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm really glad this movie exists, though. I'm really glad.
I gotta notice the bear die.
The bear does not die. Oh my god, I forgot to say. The funniest part of this movie was that the movie tried to make you care about the bear because it was they made you think the bear was gonna die, and it's actually playing like some somber music. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh man,
Commit to its stupid tone. And the movie, in the bear, it's like a mother and has like 3 cubs and shit, and the drug dealer cartel is trying to kill the cubs, and the bear is like, hey, that's my cocaine, and the movie makes you side with the killer bear. Fuck it, man. Whatever.
Man.
L for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was
I
fun.
didn't expect it to be great.
It was. Nobody did. Everyone wanted it to be a fun time. I think it was an alright fun time. I don't think I'll watch it again, but I am glad it does exist and it made its money back because it's original. Fuck, it's
that is true.
It's original.
It is original. I have not seen anything like that.
You've never seen
anything else. I gotta say.
So. Yeah, I'm glad it exists. Moving on.
We just recently saw Dungeons and Dragons, which I mean is more recent than the other movies in regards to how recently we've seen them. But it came out right around Shazam,
like the end of March.
Yeah, end of March.
Got a lot of movies. One thing we actually didn't see before we talk about Dungeons and Dragons, we actually hadn't seen John Wick.
No, I have not seen John Wick 4. Because I just saw John Wick 1 about a month ago. I still haven't seen 2 and 3.
Everyone saw it like when it came out. I don't have that much interest in seeing it.
I'll watch it when it comes to home video. I still need to watch 2 and 3 anyways.
Yeah, I'll watch it when it comes to streaming or some shit. I have this much interest in the plot of John Wick. I've already been spoiled too. I already know what happens. Okay. Yeah, like I don't care. But yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. What do you think of that?
It was alright, like overrated as fuck. But I don't know. I heard overwhelmingly positive things about this movie, and so I literally I called you on a whim. I'm like, want to go see Dungeons and Dragons in like half an hour?
It's like 10 o'clock. I'm driving my brother home from work. You hit me up and you're like, do you want to go see Dungeons and Dragons in like 30 minutes? You know, tickets are buy one get one free. I was like, sure, let's do it. Yeah, let's go.
So like at the end of the day, like. It's whatever. The comedy was the best part. I gotta commend them. Every single joke landed. There was not one part of the comedy that I was not laughing at. Like the non-verbal humor, like just with the actions and the body language and the way they're kind of rolling around all goofy. The actual like written jokes, really, really funny. But like the plot is something I would have made playing with Lego figures at the age of 10.
It's something I could have written onto like a napkin.
Yeah. Like, I get it. It's supposed to be a generic campaign. This way, you don't need any knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons to get into it.
Which is good.
It is good. And I like that.
I have zero.
Yeah, I have zero knowledge. So I get it. It's a very, very generic baseline campaign to get like viewers interested in the kind of the overall world. Because they talk about the different classes and the different species. But I think they went a little bit too baseline. To the point where it's like, this is the most generic adventure with the treasure story I've ever seen. It's like, we want the treasure. We have family issues. Each character has one trait in which they must overcome. And there's a bad guy.
It's just like a MacGuffin quest.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Which, I don't mind. I'm glad it was. Because, honestly, I think it was just a pretty fun time, too. However, the part I actually really did not like was the villain.
The villain was so
she was nothing. She was nothing. She had no presence in the movie.
Yeah.
She had like three or four scenes or something.
Yeah. It wasn't until the very end when she's like, I'm gonna summon the spell of doom and attack everybody. And it's okay. If you had this much power, why not just do it before?
Like,
why'd you have to wait until everybody was rounded up into one arena for you to take over everybody and then instantly fail because they were able to get everybody out because then they could start raining gold from the sky?
I can't remember. I really can't remember too much.
It's like,
I do enjoy watching the main characters though. They're fun to watch. They're all a bunch of misfits.
Chris Pine, Justice Smith, the other ones who's acting
Sophia Lewis, what was she? A druid, I think.
Yeah.
She could shapeshift into other animals and stuff. She was really good at it. She's from It. Another kid actor, just like Jack Dylan Grazer from It.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're all having really successful careers. And who's the last one? The girl with the axe. She's from like Fast and Furious or some shit.
Oh yeah, she is. I don't even know her name.
Michelle Rodriguez. That's what she's in Fast and Furious and like Avatar. She's in like every big movie ever.
Man.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I wasn't too impressed with this. I don't hate it. I was like, and to be fair, when we were watching it, it was just a long ass day for me. So I was already like yawning my way through half the movie. So I was like, okay.
It was late too. It was late. It was like almost 10:30.
When it started.
Again, this is another instance where I'm like, I'm glad this is out and people are loving this.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if I don't love it, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. And so I'm happy other people can find love in this. And like Dungeons and Dragons has become pretty mainstream. Just like between like Stranger Things has really made it something that's kind of been accessible to more people. And also now just this. Like I feel like I've always known about it even before Stranger Things came out. But I feel like it kind of faded to obscurity for a long time because board games like that are, forgive me if calling it a board game is some sort of crime. I don't know what the proper name is, but I'm going to call it a board game. Board game campaigns like that have kind of faded out of relevance with just modern video games.
It's a very 2000s-ish thing to do. Make a board game movie like Clue or something.
Yeah,
that exists.
Jumanji.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jumanji is... That's a...
Well, that's true. It's a made-up board game for the movie, but still.
Yeah. Wait, is it?
Yeah, Jumanji's not a real... I don't think it's a real game.
God, I don't know. Don't kill me, please.
I mean, I don't think it's a real game. You have to understand. I watched the video game version of Jumanji before I watched the board game version of Jumanji.
The video, like the one with
with The Rock,
Dwayne the Cog Johnson,
Jack Black, and
Nebula.
Yeah.
I watched the first one. It was. I think it was good. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Dwayne the Cog Johnson being like, all right, I got to be a strong boy again for 2 hours.
Yeah, the second one wasn't really that good, but it was.
I completely forgot the second one even existed.
Yeah, it was so meh.
What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I feel like just with modern video games being so interactive and immersive, Dungeons and Dragons and other games similar to that kind of faded into obscurity. And then Stranger Things really brought a lot of presence back to it, and now just the movie as well. Even though the movie isn't so spot on with the game itself, it's like, you know what, good for them. They're getting some attention on this movie. I think they deserve it.
I don't know if this movie was that financially successful. It's kind of hurts because like I'd like to see more movies like this be enjoyed. Like I want to see like bigger movies like this still be appeal to like mass audiences. I just want to see like big movies like this that aren't Marvel movies that appeal to people, man. Like come on, we can do better than just Marvel and DC. Like come on.
No, I know.
When's the last time we've had like a big movie like this that wasn't like already connected to like a franchise or something?
Everything I can think of is the Marvel movies or the DC movies. I can't remember the last time I was like dying to see a movie that was not one of the two. I'm really trying to think right now.
The first thing that comes to mind is Fast and Furious, and that's only because of.
But even that's a big franchise at this point. 10 movies.
Yeah.
I think the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which I mean we'll touch upon in a few minutes, but like, and that's like.
But like,
it's Super Mario.
Something to this big scale, is just happening. And it worked for people, and I'm really glad it did. And it's not a superhero movie.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of MCU humor in it. Obviously, 100% inspiration taken from that. I'm really glad this movie is funny too, because like if this movie played it too serious, it would not have worked.
Yeah, no, they needed the comedic tone that they went with.
And it's not like
jokes went well.
It's definitely not trying to be like Lord of the Rings or something.
No, it's not, which is good. Not that I've seen Lord of the Rings, but I know it has a very serious tone.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie didn't need that, and so I'm happy it didn't go for it.
Yeah, I'm glad this movie is just its own thing. I'm glad people like it. I hope movies like this and like hell, even like Cocaine Bear, and I even want to talk about Renfield in a little bit. I hope like just more original movies like this happen more. It's been a good year for original ideas happening.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good year for movies overall.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're only in.
I mean, we're kind of shitting on them, but like
yeah. But there's been quite a few good ones. Like we really liked Scream 6.
Yeah. Fuck. Let me just pull my letterbox.
Yeah, I gotta pull up mine. I gotta see what else I saw that's like actually new that came out.
Creed 3, Evil Dead Rise, Guardians. Mario was fun.
Oh, I love Mario. I cannot wait to talk about Mario. I love Mario.
Is that all I saw this year? Only like what is? I think this is 12 movies so far. Yeah.
I'm trying to see the ones that would have come out this year that I've seen. I haven't seen that many.
Just go to your like films.
Oh yeah.
And it just shows like everything in like release order. I've only seen two.
I've seen 6.
Okay.
I've seen Ant-Man, Scream, Dungeons and Dragons, Shazam, Mario, and Guardians.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think it's out anymore. So.
Nah.
But honestly, again, I'm glad it exists.
Yeah.
I want to quickly talk about.
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about before Mario? Because Mario's the latest one minus Guardians that I've seen that I can comment on.
Yeah.
I'll eat my sour Skittles.
Renfield is another original movie. I'm really glad this one, Universal have been on been on a hot streak with these original movies. They came out with that movie Megan that came out in January. Renfield, Cocaine Bear, they're making original movies, which is so nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might not be great, but they're trying, and it's how as long as they're making their money back, we get to see more.
What's this one even about? I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even heard of it at all.
Renfield?
Yeah, I've not heard of it.
Oh, okay. So, So Nicolas Cage plays Dracula.
Oh, I have heard of this.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
I don't know anything about the plot of it, but I have heard of it.
Nicolas Cage plays Dracula, and I had no idea before the movie Renfield came out that apparently it's a known thing that Dracula has a sidekick lackey named Renfield, who's been around for a long fucking time, the 1930s or some shit.
Huh.
Yeah, so he played by Nicholas Hoult, who is so good in this movie. He's adorable. I want to give him the biggest hug. He's so adorable. He's such a lovable, murdering bastard in this movie. It's like an identity crisis movie. It's him just trying to find who he is and shit. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to work for Dracula anymore. Just because he doesn't want to kill people anymore. He just wants to, because he keeps bringing people for Dracula to eat and stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do it anymore. He wants to do his own thing. This movie kind of reminded me of Kick-Ass in a way, because it has there's a side plot where it has to do where the mafia or a mob family gets involved.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the main guy, I guess antagonist of the movie, is played by Ben Schwartz, aka Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
Oh my lord.
And he is a ruthless pussy, son of a bitch. And he is the son of the mother of who's the head of the mafia or the mob, whatever the hell they are. It's in New York. Well, who's in New York? What kind of mob is in New York?
I don't even know.
I don't know, but please don't put a hit on me for mentioning the mob. I gotta think. I saw this movie with Sluca. It was honestly a really great time. It's an action movie too. I did not expect it to be an action movie.
Huh.
Yeah, very, very bloody movie. Super fun time. I thought it was pretty. I didn't think it was that funny at first. When the movie started, but it was much funnier as it went on.
Okay.
I think it's a really fun movie. I actually really enjoyed this one. Not much to say on this other than go see it, please. It sucks that nobody saw it. It's already on VOD or something, and it came out a few weeks ago.
Huh.
Nobody saw it, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah, I barely heard of it.
Exactly.
The only reason I think I know is I saw your Letterboxd review appear on my front page. So I'm oh, interesting.
Yeah, it just kind of came and went, which is so sad because I went to see this movie because I'm oh, Nicolas Cage is playing Dracula. That's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
I've seen Mad Max Fury Road. I love Nicholas Hoult, and he's also on the menu. I like him. And it's great. Great action scenes. This movie looks beautiful too. A lot of bright colors and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Just it's just pure eye candy for 90 minutes.
Huh.
I recommend it honestly to any of you that just action horror-ish elements, I guess.
Honestly,
But it's more of an action movie, honestly. Great time. Go watch it some point, please.
Yeah.
And I think I got one more to talk about.
All right, go ahead.
And I think it is fuck off. I think it's Creed 3, which I saw with Mr. Everly.
Yeah, I'll keep my ears close to this, and I haven't even seen any of the Rocky movies or the Creed movies, so I know nothing about this.
This is the 9th Rocky movie.
Yeah.
Third Creed movie, 9th Rocky movie.
There's 6 Rocky? I thought there was only 5.
There's 6. There's Rocky 1 to 5, and then there's Rocky Balboa.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. There's no Rocky 6, just Rocky Balboa. And then the Creed movies. But Rocky's not in this one.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He's not in this one. And honestly, he doesn't have. It kind of works without them because this movie works purely on its own with Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed. It's a ninth Rocky movie, baby. New guy comes into town, played by King the Conqueror, aka Jonathan Majors.
You already got Michael B. Jordan, who's Killmonger himself.
Exactly. So we got Killmonger and Kang facing off. This is like, actually, I saw a video of like the director saying, so this is actually like a multiverse movie this is actually an MCU movie. It's not a Rocky movie. Believe me, please, it's an MCU movie.
Actually, no, you know what I did see with this movie?
That's a joke. That's a joke.
One of the things that I can comment on, because I know you're not going to like this, Michael B. Jordan said it himself. He said this in many interviews.
Oh, it's inspired by anime.
Many of the fights are inspired by Dragon Ball Z. Hunter x Hunter, and of course my favorite, the only one I've actually seen of the three, Naruto. He said that Naruto Sasuke fights had big inspiration on him and Jonathan Majors fights. And I've seen a couple clips, and I've seen people throw parallels to those clips and the Naruto Sasuke fights. You can see the inspiration. After just finishing Naruto, like, it's not one-to-one, like, oh, they stole the fight. No. They still have their own fresh spin on it, but I like that. They had inspiration from a genre completely different to what they were portraying. And I really like that.
Well, I haven't seen any of those animes because I'm not weird. That's a joke. Again, if you watch anime, you're not weird. Depending if I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking. Anyway, yeah, I haven't seen any anime, so I couldn't see the comparisons there. I would like to see them though, like what they look like side by side, because like there's a few shots I'm like, oh, that's definitely ripped from something, or not ripped, I guess, like I guess inspired by an anime. I'm like, yeah, that's a shot right there for sure. Can't make the comparison. I haven't seen them, but again, not much to say on this one. It's just it's the third Creed movie. Jonathan Majors comes into town. He used to be best friends with Adonis, or they call him Donnie in these movies. He was like his best friend when they were like in their youth, like in high school. Okay. Got arrested, came back 10 years. No, not like 10 years. Probably been like 15 or maybe even like 20 or something. Okay. Gets out of prison and wants to have a genuine shot to kick Adonis Creed's ass. He loses, blah blah blah. He fights him back and he wins, and it's a good day. Oh, it's a Creed movie. Yeah. It's beat for beat. It's still really good though. Again, because it's all about the characters. You know, you really care about Adonis and his wife and his, I think it's mute or deaf child. Yeah, he has a deaf child, I think. That's right, because they do sign language with her. Yeah. Okay. So it's all about the characters, and you really fucking hate. That's one thing that these movies get right a lot. You really want them to beat the shit out of the opponent. Like Jonathan Majors is really good in like the beginning. Like it's like his friend back. Like they reminisce about like the good old days and shit. Yeah. They're back, they're friends again. Although, like, Donnie's, like, a bit skeptical at first because he's like, what are you doing here back and stuff. Yeah. But then, at some point, like, he breaks and, like, Donnie, like, shows up to, like, a beach party where they're at. And like, Majors is just being a total dickwad to him there. And starts, like, shoving him around and, like, calling him out and stuff. And then the main card event happens and... you can guess what happens. Yeah. I honestly thought he was gonna lose because like Major seems like a really, really strong opponent. Yeah. Oh my god. Between Ant-Man and this, like you could tell he was training hard, and my god, did it pay off. Yeah. He looks jacked. Yeah. Like again, like this movie's just everything you've seen, but it's still good. You like seeing the montages. You like seeing the beat worthy opponent. You like seeing them win. You care about the characters. It's just a beat for beat Creed / Rocky movie, and it's the third one, and we got a fourth one on the way. Fucking great. Oh yeah. These movies are never stopping. No. Or 10 Rocky movies going strong. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm wrong. I gotta talk about one more. All right. my favorite of the bunch. Save the best for last. Oh, Evil Dead Rise, yeah. Baby. Oh man. Is Raimi still directing them? Raimi hasn't directed an Evil Dead movie since like the 90s. Oh, okay. There's three. I didn't know who was doing them. He made the first one in 1981. Evil Dead 2 came out in 1987, and then Army of Darkness in, I think, 92 or 93 or something.
Okay.
He did direct one episode of the show Ash vs. Evil Dead, which I just finished for like the 4th time yesterday. It's a very short show, 'cause it's only like 3 seasons, 10 episodes, and they're like half an hour each, so it's pretty good. I'd recommend the show. Yeah, and he made or directed the pilot episode. That's it since. But right now he's just like executive producing and stuff. I'm not sure what he's been doing since, other than like Doctor Strange last year.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he's been doing since. I'd like to see him direct another movie. That'd be so fucking cool. That'd be extremely hype. This movie kicks ass. It's so fucking good. And I'm really glad the majority of the people really like this movie too. I thought this movie would be too weird to come out like nowadays. I don't think people would go and see an Evil Dead movie, but they did. Lo and behold, they did. Just crossed 100 million like yesterday or something. So let's go. We're getting another one soon for sure.
You know what I noticed? Not even in this movie, or not that I've seen any of the movies, but when I was watching Donnie Darko. So Donnie goes to see Evil Dead.
He sees the Evil
and
Dead.
He walks out of the movie.
Yeah.
He leaves Evil Dead because that shit is ass. No, I'm kidding. I haven't seen Evil Dead, but I love hating on you.
Funny story. I got a fun fact. I got a counterbalance fun fact for that one too.
Okay.
Sam Raimi gave the director of the movie Donnie Darko like full permission to use the Evil Dead in that movie with like no cost or anything. He said go ahead, use the movie. Because like I guess he's just that nice of a guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, oh, like this movie's pretty small and stuff. I was making a small movie way back when. Why give him a hard time? So
yeah, exactly.
I'll let him use the movie for free. Yeah. So good man on that. I can go on about Sam Raimi all day. This is a funny one too. In Spider-Man 2, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2. You know, like in that one scene where he's like at the university and he's like on the ground, he's getting hit with the bags and stuff.
Yeah.
One guy hits him right in the head with a bag really hard. That's Sam Raimi because he really wanted to hit Tobey Maguire in the head. He really wanted to hit him in the face.
I'm gonna rewatch this to see that one
like,
scene.
It's such a gnarly hit. He really wanted to hit him.
Oh man, Sam was having too much fun.
Great, yeah, good old Sammy boy. He's so good.
Funny.
Oh, but back to Evil Dead Rise. Honestly, I don't want to dwell on this one too much because I don't know, because I can go on about it, but I really I don't want to take up too much time here. So we should have seen this instead of Dungeons and Dragons, but it wasn't playing. So
yeah, and also just I want to see the other ones before I see Rise.
However, you don't have to see this one. There's no prerequisite watching.
Really,
you could see this one and just enjoy it as its own.
Okay.
You don't have to see the other ones. Like 1, 2, and 3 are connected. Actually, not really, because 1 is its own thing, and then 2 kind of like completely recaps the first movie in like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then like it kind of like reboots it in the first 15 minutes, and then it's its own thing.
Okay.
And it's fucking bananas. And then Army of Darkness picks up after Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
And then that's it. And then the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV show picks up like 20 years after Army of Darkness. But then there's a reboot that came out in like 2013. That's its own thing. You don't have to see any of the movies before that. I'm really glad these movies aren't like milked.
There's a Scream TV series. You know that? I found out.
Yeah, it's a
completely independent.
It was made by like MTV or some shit.
Yeah.
And I tried watching it, and it sucks.
I haven't tried watching it, but I've also heard that it sucks because they weren't even allowed to use the actual Ghostface mask.
It's
like this stupid mask.
The mask is so bad. Oh my god. And Bella Thorne's in it, but she gets killed. So she's like the opening like I guess series kill, whatever the hell.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so thank God for that.
Yeah.
Like I cannot remember a thing about that show. Probably because I only watched like the first 3 episodes, and I was like, hey, fuck.
I watched like about 30 seconds of TikTok. I'm like, damn, this shit sucks.
Like,
Next.
It's really really bad. Really glad nobody remembers it.
Yeah.
I got excited too. I'm like, oh shit, like a new Scream movie came out. No, Netflix made for TV. Like Netflix made like or MTV made it, and they put it on Netflix. And and you think it's a Scream. So and this is the second time it's just used the Scream movie. There's the Scream TV show, but it's just called Scream. And then there's the requel last year called Scream.
Yeah.
It's like...
I still can't get over that. Like, they even say it in the movie when they talk about the stab thing. They're like, oh, I hate when movies do that stupid thing where they try to remove the title, like, make it seem like it's a new original thing, but it's really just the 8th installment. And I'm like, you did this yourself. Talk about how stupid it is that you do it yourself.
It's like the Deadpool effect. It's like, they make fun of bad writing, but then you do bad writing. Like, Deadpool... What he calls out in Deadpool 2, he's like, well, that's just bad writing. I'm like, you literally did the same thing. You're making fun of bad writing, but you're doing...
She did it too. When she walks to the writer's room, she's like, I hate this ending. I'm like, bro, I hate this whole show.
Yeah, like...
This whole show is shit.
Like, if you're gonna be self-aware, at least work around it or some shit. Like
you can be self-aware of your own faults and make it make sense, but don't be self-aware of your own faults and then fall into them.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make it less of a fault if you know that it's bad.
Mm-hmm. God damn. What are we at? Oh shit, we're only at 15 minutes? Fuck, I feel like it's been 2 hours, honestly. Damn. What was I on about? Yeah, Evil Dead. Yeah, so you don't have to see any of the other movies to get this one. It's its own thing. It's own characters.
Okay.
Obviously there's references that I catch from the older movies that honestly, like, I saw this with my girlfriend and she was shitting herself the whole time. I was having too fun of a time. I was not that scared. I mean, I was like a little creeped out at parts because like the mother character who's like, okay, well, let me clarify something. They're not zombies. They're possessed. Okay. It's demons. It's possessed people and they just do terrible shit.
Okay.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought Evil Dead was. I thought it was like, especially like the show, because I watched the show first before I watched like any of the movies, which was. Probably shouldn't have done that. I thought the whole series was about like stopping the apocalypse before it happens, which is kind of what it is. Like you want to stop this one person first before it spreads to like other people and shit.
Okay.
And it does these horrible things. And yeah, it was too fun of a watch. Like there's pretty funny parts, but not like unintentionally. Like in horror movies, like oh that's. Frustratingly stupid and funny. No, because the demon is such an asshole of a character. Like it makes fun of you. Like in the reboot it says like one of the demons is to one of the campers is like, why don't you come down here so I can suck your cock, pretty boy? Like it makes and in this movie too, it calls like one of the kid characters like a titty sucker or some shit. Like it makes it's so fun. It's such a great time of a movie. Damn. The only thing that I kind of have a complaint with is like maybe the ending, which I don't think I'll say because this movie's still a little fresh. I'll leave it for you to maybe like figure out and stuff.
Okay.
The ending, not like the ending itself was bad. It's just like, I guess like the final fight could have been a little bit more because this whole movie. As soon as this movie ramps up, it gets to 11 real quick. This movie's non-stop. It's fast. It's fun. It's a bloody good time. Fucking great.
All right.
Yeah. I don't want to dwell on it too much because I'd be here all day. So go see Evil Dead Rise. I'm glad I just had a chance to talk about it.
Fair enough. And now the big one. You know the one I've really been waiting for. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. Oh my lord. I love it. I love it. And I was so scared. Because I saw Illumination. I'm like, fuck, it's those Despicable Me fuckers. They're going to get Mario. They're going to make it cringe. They're going to make it for little 5-year-olds. And I'm going to hate it. And they didn't. It was so good.
Oh, I was about to cut you off and say, and they did.
No, it was so good. It was a movie that was so perfectly catered to every audience. It had things there for younger audiences, and it had things there for what I want to call myself the middle generation of Mario. Because you have the older generation, which was the people who really grew up with it in the 80s and 90s. You have my generation, which was who grew up with it in the 2000s, 2010s. And now you have the kids who are just now growing up with it in like mid to late 2010s and, of course, 2020s. And I think it catered to each generation so perfectly. I feel like, honestly, we might have been the most underrepresented. I feel like it was much more of the diehard old fans and a lot of the new fans. But we still got a lot.
I disagree with that. I think this caters more to like the people who grew up in the 2000s, I guess.
Really?
Because there's a lot of familiar. One thing I actually really like about this movie is it's a lot. It has a lot of familiar sound effects from like new Super Mario Bros. Like those games, like the new Super Mario Bros. Like Wii games and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. Obviously, the Fire Flower, like the power up sound and all that shit.
Yeah.
And the music and like some familiar tracks also.
Yeah, I don't think we were underrepresented. I think we were just the least of the three because there's the least like there's very few things that are very prominent to our generation of Mario. Like Fire Flower was from the 80s. A lot of the sound effects and music come from the original ones. I'll touch on the score in a bit because my God, do I have a lot to say about the score?
Yeah, me too.
It's not that we were underrepresented. It's just that there's so few things that are special to like our time, like Rainbow Road before our time, Fire Flower before our time, Donkey Kong before our time. Like they had a lot of references to the NES games, like Kid Icarus, Wrecking Crew, the original Donkey Kong game. All those were before our time.
Yeah, I don't know why Kid Icarus out of all games. There's like what?
I don't know what was wrong with that.
Like it has two games.
Yeah.
It has the one like the very first Kid Icarus and the Kid Icarus like Uprising.
Yeah, Uprising of the 3DS. Maybe that's their hit. They want to do another one.
Oh, here we go.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. No, like another game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed. I've never played the original or Uprising, so I can't really comment on like, oh yay, I'm excited, or wow, I don't care. But like, hell, go for it. Nintendo needs to have a little bit more originality, I think, because I feel like they're becoming a little bit formulaic. There's exceptions, like Breath of the Wild was fantastic. Metroid Dread was something that again, I've never played a Metroid game, but like I know Metroid fans were loving Metroid Dread. But you have things like Pokemon and Mario, which are becoming a little bit formulaic in the way they do things, especially because they're still trying to get kind of finish off that era of let's port a bunch of Wii U games to the Switch because the Wii U games were good, but the Wii U console wasn't good. So let's make people aware of our good games. So I can't hate on them, but it's like okay, let's switch it up a little bit. So I wouldn't mind a Kid Icarus game because we haven't seen that in who knows how many years.
Like, I wonder how many people caught that. Like, I'm surprised I even caught that because I've seen like a few clips of Kid Icarus ever. I'm like, oh, yeah. Super Mario is playing Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
On the what, SNES?
Yeah. No, NES.
Yeah. God damn. I mean, do you consider yourself a Nintendo fan?
Oh yeah, I am a Nintendo fan. Much of that. I know I got the big PS5 here. That's huge. You look at everything else: Nintendo shelf, Nintendo shelf, Nintendo shelf, Nintendo shelf, with like a PSP in there too.
I'm a very normie Nintendo fan. I guess I just consider myself like a Mario game fan. I don't play.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't play Pokemon. I don't play Breath of the Wild, Metroid. I have no doubt in my mind that those are all fantastic games. Just I never played them. I grew up playing PlayStation, playing like those games. Like it sucks that the Sony PlayStation universe is fucking terrible.
Do they even have a universe? They have Uncharted.
They have Uncharted. Yeah, they had because they had to reset it. There was a Ratchet and Clank movie. Do you remember that?
There was.
Yeah. Came in 2016. Nobody remembers that.
Damn. I mean, not that that's even Sony produced, but there is The Last of Us, which was PlayStation exclusive for a long time. So,
I mean,
Sony has nothing to do with it. It's all HBO and
Warner Bros. I think it's Warner Bros.
Yeah, Warner Bros. But like, hey, it was fantastic. The show was just as good as the game, and the game is, in my opinion, the best storytelling in a game ever done.
I'm glad you think that.
I haven't played Red Dead, which I know is another big contender.
They're just too different, I guess, to compare. But yeah, with Sony's games, there's Ratchet and Clank, there's the shitty fucking Uncharted movie. I don't even want to think about that. Oh, and the canceled Sly Cooper movie.
What the fuck is Sly Cooper?
You don't know who Sly Cooper is?
No, I grew up on Nintendo, man. I didn't grow up on PlayStation.
Well, still though, you should know who Sly Cooper. He's like PlayStation like top 3 mascot beside like Spyro and like I guess maybe Ratchet and Clank. I don't know.
No,
he's up there. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah,
one of the few things I do remember about PlayStation is Little Big Planet.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, Uncharted. I think Uncharted is like it hits close home to me, even though I shouldn't have been playing Uncharted at a very young age. But I like shooting people. It's fun.
I didn't play any of them until grade 11.
Great, they're fantastic games.
Grade 10? No, yeah, grade 10 was when I played my first one. Then I played 2, 3, 4, and like grade 11, I think. Yeah.
And I love Sackboy. Little Big Planet. I even played Sackboy Big Adventure. It was great. of like the recent like the Ratchet and Clank game that came out in 2016. That was a fantastic game. I haven't finished the new Ratchet and Clank, like Rift Apart.
Yeah, I've never played any of them. Like because I came onto PlayStation so late, there's so many games I'm trying to get through. Like so many games that I feel like are necessities to play that I just never got the chance to.
Or what's it called? Ratchet and Clank Ripped Apart. But back to Nintendo.
Yeah, back to Nintendo. Back to the Mario movie itself.
Yeah, but just going back to just, I guess Nintendo with, I guess I'm just a Mario fan. I guess I don't play much. I only play like every Mario game: Mario Kart, Mario Party, Super Mario, and that's kind of where it ends for me.
Yeah.
I do have a heavy nostalgia for like, new Super Mario Bros. On like the DS or something.
Oh, that's the first game I ever had.
Like that's like the. I love that game so much. Again, I just don't consider. I guess I'm just not a huge fan of. Or I'm not like a Nintendo fanboy. I do have a Nintendo Switch, and I like a bunch of their games. Again, they're all Mario games, like Mario Maker 2, fantastic game.
I love Mario Maker 2.
So, like that game can go.
Mario Maker 1 is the reason I have a Wii U. I was so fine with not getting it. They announced the game. I spent months convincing my parents to let me get the Wii U Mario Maker bundle the day it came out. And so it did. September 15th, 2015.
Yeah, Mario Maker can go on forever.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the Switch is their best console.
Oh,
Objectively.
It definitely is.
I think the Wii is up there too, but like nostalgic reasons. The Wii U is something else. I never had a Wii U.
The Wii U, like, okay. Objectively, it's better than the Wii, but it's not better than the Wii because the Wii revolutionized gaming in a way that the Wii U just piggybacked off of.
I guess, yeah, you could say.
Like, if you have to choose one to use, the Wii U's better in every way because it can play Wii games along with everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about historically, like, without the Wii, there is no Wii U. So, like, obviously the Wii takes precedence, and that's why the Wii is, like, one of the greatest selling consoles of all time.
Stupid fucking name, too. The Wii U? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That name is dumb to me. The Nintendo Switch. That's a great name.
It's beautiful. It's just short and so easily too. The Switch.
Yeah.
Bam.
Switch. Boom. I don't know. I wasn't growing up on a Nintendo game. Oh, I was growing up with like Super Mario and like Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah.
Damn. Like I was playing it yesterday. It's home for me. So yeah. Not a super fanboy of Nintendo. You are.
I am.
So what did you think of the movie?
Okay. Well, references wise, I think they did references and like I don't want to say cameos, but like cameos of like characters and items and stuff like that, perfectly. Nothing overstayed its welcome where it's like, oh, they had to shove that in there for the sake of putting. No. Every single character, like Diddy Kong, one frame, one line, bam. He got his thing. We mentioned that Diddy Kong exists. We have things like the Wrecking Crew reference. We had Charles Martinet playing Giuseppe because he was playing the Donkey Kong arcade machine. And like Charles Martinet being the actual voice actor for Mario in the games and most promotional material.
God, what a robbed role. Poor guy gets a cameo.
No, okay, but realistically, also I want to point out Chris Pratt. He was perfectly fine in the role. He wasn't exceptional. He didn't do anything amazingly, but he did nothing wrong. The whole Mushroom Kingdom, here we come, it's not even in the movie. That's not a line that he says.
Thank God. I don't know why they decided to give us the shittiest line delivery of all time.
But this is what I'm thinking. Because they gave us the opening scene in the trailer of the little commercial, and then it's obviously in the movie. No one would have liked a movie of Mario with an Italian accent for an hour and a half. Everyone says they would, but 99% of people would not be able to sit through that.
Like, I wonder. That's something I wondered about. I'm like, what if, like how funny would it be if Mario was, like, freaking out over something, but just, like, with his Italian accent? Like, that'd be funny because of the way he sounds.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know if I honestly, whether it would be good for his original actor to be in the movie or not, that's something I debate about every day. That's something I think about every day. I don't know if it would have worked, would not have worked. Maybe there's a supercut of the movie existing.
Can we stop with supercuts, please? I'm so tired of seeing supercuts every single movie. The Mario movie does not need a supercut. You want to bring in a sequel? Honestly, the Mario movie is something that could easily warrant a sequel, and I'd be looking forward to it.
Are you kidding me? This movie just made $1 billion. Like we got a whole universe.
We're getting the MCU. We are getting the MCU. Because they've already confirmed a Zelda movie and a Donkey Kong movie.
They did?
Yeah. Those are the only two we actually know of for sure. A Mario movie 2 is inevitable. It will happen. That's already 4 movies right there within a connected universe. We're going to get everything. And I really, really, truly... Like, I know everyone's seen that fake leaked photo where it leads into Smash Bros. I really hope it does lead into Smash Bros. Because that would be cool.
That would be so
That would be
good. I don't know if they'd be able to handle it though.
I don't know.
Because you have to. Because think about this, Illumination is making this movie, and like a few others. They make movies for babies. Why would they handle a Metroid movie, which is a more serious tone?
That's true.
A Metroid movie is a pretty serious movie, and how maybe even like Zelda to some extent. I'm sure. I'm sure there's pretty charming moments, but like, it's like a fantasy kind of game.
I'm not the biggest Zelda fan. Not that I don't love it. I do love it, but just experience-wise, I've only played through 2 entire Zelda games, which were Breath of the Wild and Link's Awakening, the 2 that were on the Switch. They're both kind of that thing where it's a very bright, charming approach, but it has such layers of depth and complexity, and I don't know if Illumination...
And Illumination makes movies for babies, so that means they're never going to make that.
They can make the charming, beautiful approach that will make people love the look of Zelda, but the feel of Zelda comes from the depth of the stories. Because when you look at Link's Awakening, I think Link's Awakening is one of the prettiest games I've ever seen. The art style is beautiful. The little chibi characters, the shading of everything, it is just truly astounding. I love the bright, luscious colors. And then you go into the story and you see some of the darker moments, and it's like, wait, like, this beautiful world is like, in a philosophical way, disgusting. And it's such a sharp contrast, and Illumination can't pull that off. They can make it look pretty. The animation style of the Mario movie was pretty good. I liked the animation. I thought it was bright, fun, it popped.
It's pure eye candy.
Yeah.
It's bright, it's pretty good looking. It's by far their best looking movie.
Yeah.
I think.
By far. It wipes Despicable Me, it wipes Secret Life of Pets.
That Secret Life of Pets is a bland looking movie.
Oh my god, it's so
It looks fine, but it's just, you can't see me, but I'm doing, it's a straight line.
Yeah.
It looks, there's no flair to it. It's I don't even know what the word is.
Yeah.
Just generic,
It's
I guess.
just flat, it's lifeless, it's meh.
But this movie, they had a chance to bring the Super Mario World, the Mushroom Kingdom, to life.
And they did it.
And not even just that, what is it, World 8, like the Darklands?
Just
it's all
Island,
nice.
Castle.
It's all nice to look at. Rainbow Road's nice to look at. It's a very good looking movie, which is contrast to the absolute mediocrity of the rest of it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think. I'm glad you liked it. I'm really happy people are liking this too.
I loved it. I sat there in just true awe. And I think the standout, the thing I want to talk about now, was the score. I don't know who the composer was for this movie, but my God, he, she, they, the team, I don't know who it was.
I think it's Brian. His name is Brian Tyler.
Brian Tyler, oh my God. Like, it was fantastic. They got these original, 8-bit, 16-bit, even sometimes full-fledged already existing themes, and made them into cinematic beauties. Getting the original theme, getting the star theme, my lord, getting the Gusty Garden Galaxy theme for the credits, my absolute favorite track from any Mario game ever.
Oh, I would have noticed that. They had that?
It was in the credits.
I did not realize that.
Oh my, it was beautiful. I think the score was what kept me going this entire... I mean, don't get me wrong, many other things in the movie kept me going the entire time. But each new time a track was played, I was the DiCaprio meme where he's pointing at the TV. I'm like, oh my God, it's the shit from New Super Mario Bros. Wii World 3-5.
Yeah.
They had me going. The score was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was bright.
That's one half of the score, make it into an orchestrated, I guess, version of each song, which is pretty cool. That's only half of the soundtrack. The other half is these terribly placed licensed music.
Oh my God, I forgot about those. I think my mind just pretends they don't exist.
That bothered me way too much.
This is the second time Illumination's used Take On Me.
When was
they
it?
used it in Despicable Me 3.
Oh, I haven't seen that because I'm not a fucking idiot.
I wish I didn't, man. My lord, does that movie suck. But also just, it's one thing if multiple kids, but how is the same studio using the same song? But the same people who saw Despicable Me 3 are coming in the Mario movie. Are you really that dead set on making them Take On Me?
I mean, who animated this? Was it, because this movie looks nothing like Illumination was made.
No.
Other than that one looking dog That dog.
Yeah.
That is stripped right out of Secret Life of Pets. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's Illumination right there. But like,
Yeah.
this movie looks so much not like any other movie they made. I wonder if Nintendo had any input on like the animation.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they really made sure it was up to their standard. Especially like Miyamoto. Like Mario is his fucking child.
I wonder what his involvement was like in the movie. Was he like all over this, or just he just kind of?
I have to imagine he was pretty heavily involved.
He had to have been
because like Mario is his child. Like he does not want that to be shown, especially after the mess that was that 1990s live action Mario movie. That sucked.
That's why there hasn't been anything Nintendo movie.
Like Sony was in talks to take over the Mario movie for so long, and then Warner Bros was, and they just never got around to it. And then Illumination just snapped it.
And then next year we're getting I think it's next year in 2 years we're getting Minecraft movie starring Jason Momoa. I don't know why that popped in my head. But back to the soundtrack of the licensed music. So no, I mean there's only one that fit for me because I am totally biased to the Beastie Boys. I love the Beastie Boys. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I mean, okay, yeah, didn't have to be in there at all. Oh, look, they're in Brooklyn, so let's put in No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and they're moving from, like, point A to B.
Side note, Beastie Boys and Guardians was great. I love that.
Yeah.
That was so fitting.
Like, I was looking over my girlfriend, I was just reciting the lyrics, and like, down on the pound.
I really liked that part.
Like, it is, I love the Beastie Boys, like,
I don't listen to their music, but, like, there's a few songs I know, and that one caught my eye immediately. I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Everyone uses that song now. It was in this. It was in Guardians. It was even in No Way Home. Flash. I remember Flash came over. He's like, he's like, like he was like doing No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Like fuck, and like it's a popular song. So
yeah.
But like Take On Me in that one scene, I'm like, why is this here?
No, that was
this did not.
So
this is the Donkey Kong. What if instead of they use that song? Why did they use that song? Why didn't they use like a familiar Donkey Kong Country song?
The Donkey Kong Country is like some of the greatest Nintendo soundtracks ever.
They didn't use it.
They used the DK rap, which was funny because Seth Rogen specifically was asking for the DK rap. I'm happy he did.
I don't even care. I'm glad that was in there.
Oh, it was so funny.
I don't even care.
It didn't overstay its welcome. It was there for like a minute, maybe probably even less, and it was not. And they replaced it with just regular background.
I'm glad it was there. Really, really happy it was there.
They didn't try to make a cringe meme out of it. They had it there for the reference, and it was gone. That's what I mean. Like, that licensed music, I really didn't. Like, I think that movie would have done better without any licensed music, personally.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, aside from that, every reference they made to previous Mario material was perfectly timed and, like, never overstayed its welcome. That's what I think.
Going back to me pooping on the licensed music, another one that popped in my head was Holding Out for a Hero.
Oh, yeah.
Stop doing that.
I know.
It peaked in Shrek 2. Stop using it. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Please. Why? What? Like, it bothers me because they could have used, like, another piece of the good sound, the nice soundtrack of, like, just familiar music just used in, like, a movie format.
Yeah.
But they just had to, like, why?
I know.
That and even Thunderstruck by AC/DC when they're preparing to go for Mario Kart. I'm like, why is this here? I like all these songs, but like they don't have to be in the movie at all. I'm getting tired of Take On Me though. Fuck, I really am. It's fine. I'm tired. I'm so tired of it. Just stop putting it in movies. For the love of fuck. That is all holy.
Yeah, no, it's like...
That is like my that is a huge problem for me in this movie. It took me out of it so much.
Yeah.
And another thing too, this movie's plot is just too paper thin for me. And people will defend this by saying, "Oh, it's a Mario movie. You know, when has a Mario movie ever been, or a Mario game ever been known for its plot?" Okay, it's fine. So why adapt it? Why adapt it?
It's gonna make $1 billion. That's why.
But why adapt it into a movie if you're not gonna have at least a just, I guess, convincing plot? The only thing that's different in this is that this time Luigi's captured instead of Peach.
Yeah.
And that's another issue too. Luigi is sidetracked very hard.
Yeah, like we get to see very little of Luigi, like the Mario Bros together in the Super Mario Bros movie.
Yeah, they come together at like the beginning and pretty much the end of the movie.
However, I will say, I think making Peach the warrior she was a rare right approach to trying to like make that feminism warrior. Like she wasn't unbearable, which lot of times when they try to make like a previous damsel in distress the new warrior, it's just so cringe and overdone.
I think it works in this one. She's the princess. She's gotta she's gotta watch out for her minions. Her minions or Toad. Sorry.
Yeah. Like I think it was good.
That's another thing. Also, Illumination. They can't go. Illumination trying to like make a movie without having minions in the movie, so that's like turn the minions into fucking toads.
Yeah, literally. Oh man.
Oh my god. So yeah, they have a pretty Mario and Luigi in this movie have a pretty incestual relationship.
Yeah, a lot of people are shipping them together as like gay and like also incest.
They like finger bang each other or some shit. Like Jesus. They're
Man.
like, I can't do anything without my brother. I love my brother. I can't do anything without my brother.
Yeah.
I need him with me at all times. Like, you guys fuck or some shit.
Oh man.
But no, Charlie. Okay, let's talk about the voice cast.
Okay, voice cast. Yes.
Chris Pratt was fine.
He was perfectly fine.
He was inconsistent though.
I think he was good.
Because sometimes he sounds Italian, then he sounds like just American. Sometimes he sounds like Emmett from the Lego Movie. Then he's Mario.
Yeah.
Emmett, like commit to one.
I thought he was alright. It was at the point where I wasn't even actively thinking about him. I somehow completely slipped my mind. And by the end of the movie, I came to the conclusion that it never distracted me. The fact that he was Chris Pratt playing Mario never actively came to mind. So he did a good enough job. That doesn't mean he did a great job. I'm sure he could have done better. You could have probably found someone better. But it never took away from the movie for me, which means he did enough.
It's fine. If he comes back, I won't be...
Oh, he will.
I won't be...
At this point, he's dead set.
I won't be crying about it on film Twitter.
Especially since, no spoilers here, because James Gunn and multiple of the cast characters said it himself. Since the Guardians won't be coming back, at least as they are for a while, if Chris Pratt could find something nice in Mario, then know what hell, good for him.
It's fine. He'll be back as Garfield too.
Yeah, oh my god. Show gets everything.
He's so lucky.
Every animated movie, bro's taking a lead role right now. Garfield, Emmett, Mario.
He's probably Optimus Prime in the new movie, the new Transformers movie. He's gonna play me in my own biopic.
Yeah. Oh man. I think Charlie Day. Most people agree he was really good. I really liked him.
He's pretty good.
This is my intro. Like I've seen a couple episodes of It's Always Sunny since the Mario movie came out, so I'm starting to get a little bit more.
I want to watch. I want to watch that show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. But I think he was really good as Luigi. This was the first time I've ever seen him. At least that I can actively remember seeing him in anything, or hearing him in anything. It's funny because
him and Troy Day and Chris Pratt are both also in the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Troy Day's the astronaut.
Yeah, Benny.
Benny, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he plays like a timid role so flawlessly. I think he's great. Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy, I think perfect.
I think she's fine. Yeah, she didn't really have to live up to anything.
Yeah, there was no expectation, but she still did well.
Yeah, and I think she's a fantastic actress.
Seth Rogen didn't act. He was just Seth Rogen.
He played something.
Which was all we needed, honestly. Donkey Kong Seth Rogen, I knew was perfect as soon as they said it. I'm like, yeah, give us Seth Rogen.
The person I saw this movie with, I'm not going to name him just in case if he wants to remain, not mentioned. Me and him, laughed our asses off when you did the...
Yeah, we did the Seth Rogen.
I was like, oh my god, he's just playing himself. They told
he was having so much fun.
He was given zero instructions.
Yeah, and he had so much fun making it. Good for him.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad is fine, honestly.
Yeah.
It could have been anyone.
It could have been
anyone.
Whoever the guy that played Cranky Kong was kind of mid.
That was Fred Armisen.
Yeah, I had never heard much from him before. He was fine as a character in the movie, but he was not Cranky Kong. But I think
I don't even know what Cranky Kong sounds like. People would complain about him because like he doesn't sound.
Cranky Kong is a senile old man who has nothing good to say. Like even in the Donkey Kong Country games where he sells Donkey Kong items, he's like, okay, now get the fuck out of my. Okay, I see he's not gonna say it's a kid's game, but pretty much he's like, get the fuck out of my shop now. You got your items, get out of here.
Yeah.
And the Mario movie's like, okay, Princess Peach, I'll help you. Let's work together. Yeah. Like no, he's a senile old man. He's like, like that's what he sounds like in the games.
Maybe he just didn't sound like an old man in this movie.
Yeah, but like Cranky Kong should be that. But the star of the show.
It's really not. I think the star of the show is Luigi for me. It's
really?
not. It's not Jack Black for me.
What?
It's not.
Oh no, it's totally Jack Black for me. I was gonna say Jack Black killed it. Bowser was like the best part of the movie.
He's not even in it that much, just like Luigi.
But he was hilarious, and Jack Black just knew what to bring for the role. Peach, I'm already sick of Peaches. I'm not gonna lie. The whole thing
I know the song I can't stand. The song I'm tired.
I can't stand it now because it's become a meme and it's become viral and I see it on TikTok every 3 seconds. In the movie, it was the most. I was bursting out laughing. I could not stop laughing. Or even when he's first describing his plan, he's like, I'm gonna decimate the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm gonna pour lava on them. I'm gonna eat the Mario Brothers' heads off. And then I marry Princess Peach. I was dying of laughter.
That's one thing I really like. I like how he doesn't even, like, his whole plot for this movie is that he just really wants to get with Peach. And he he hates the Mario Bros and all, but he's like, does she find him like attractive?
Bro's jealous of Mario when they're hanging out.
He's just jealous of them, which I really, really like. That's a fun movie-ish spin on it.
Yeah,
like
because I feel like most people have always kind of known, Bowser supposedly wants to marry Peach, but it's a topic that's never really touched upon that much in the game. His motivation always seems much more kill Mario, and then sure we can do whatever the hell we want with Peach later. And so the way they adapted that into the movie, I thought was hilarious.
Was there one point in the movie where he's like, if she doesn't say yes, I'll make her say yes? I was ready. I was like,
yeah, no, he says something like that, and I had a very similar reaction. I'm like, okay.
I'm like, God, no, Bowser, don't do it. Don't do it, Bowser.
Yeah.
You're asexual. How are you gonna do it?
Oh man.
And fuck. Does this one even count? Kevin Michael Richardson as the wizard.
The wizard. Oh, Kamek.
Kamek, yeah. I mean, he was fine.
He was
he never had a voice. And did he have a voice in the game?
No, he never had a voice. He was just like
yeah, he made noises. Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah.
But I didn't find this movie that funny.
It was okay. There were a few jokes that didn't land.
It's definitely child humor and whatever. That's fine.
It is, but it was able to play into enough of my nostalgia that I was kind of able to enter like an inner 8-year-old for some time in the movie. The jokes, I don't even want to say 50-50. I want to say they were like 65-35 in regards to ones that hit and ones that miss. It never got to a point where I felt it was being cringe. There was some where it was like, okay, too far. Don't hit me with that. Like it wasn't funny. But it was never enough where it kind of took away from my immersion, which is why I'm still able to confidently give this a 9 out of 10, at least on my own scale.
Jesus, that is so high.
But I rate things much, like you're much more critical when it comes to watching things. I can give things a 9 out of 10 as long as I had a good time watching it.
And I definitely don't regret watching this. It was definitely, I guess, a fun watch because it's just nice to look at. It's very easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
It's just a Mario movie, not much else for me. I can't remember that much about it. I can't even point out a bunch of the bad jokes that stuck out to me.
Yeah, I can't remember
because I've forgot about them or just erased them. I can't remember the good jokes other than like Bowser just wanting to, just being jealous of the Mario Bros.
One that I really did like, when they were setting up the wedding, and there was a bunch of cameos from different characters. The ones that stood out to me the most were King Babam and King Boo. When the place was blowing up, and King Babam just dies. That's a thing. Many characters just, at least for kids-wise, brutally die. Bowser sets a Koopa Troopa on fire and turns him into a dry bones.
Well, he turns a Koopa Troopa into a reference.
Yeah, but still, bro killed him. Like the whole thing with the dry bones is that they're the undead. Like they've been killed, so he's dead. When they're doing the Rainbow Road kart racing track,
the
blue shell Koopa just turns himself into a suicide bomber and just bombs the fucking first place kart.
Yeah, pretty much.
And dies. And then there's the King Bomb who just blows up. I was convinced that he was gonna respawn as a lot of Mario enemies. No, he's dead. And Bro was killed by his own team because Bowser started making the thing sink into the lava, and a little lava spark fell into his head, and he kaboomed.
I felt so sad for him because fuck that guy though from N64.
From Mario 64, killing King Bomb was such a pain because you have to do it like 2 or 3 times in the original map to get all the stars.
Like, what you have to do is, like, knock him off the ledge or some shit.
No, you can't knock him off the ledge, because if you knock him off the ledge, he says you're cheating, and he goes back to full health. You need to throw him on the ledge 3 times, and, like, make sure he stays on. Because if you ever knock him off, he's like, nope, screw you.
That's right. I haven't played that too long. I didn't even play the N64 one. I played the one on the DS.
I played the DS one as a kid, never beat it, and then when the Mario 3D All-Stars game came out for the Switch, I got that, and then played the N64, like, remaster that they put on it.
Mm-hmm.
It, like, I say remaster very, very lightly. Like, it's still the original 90s graphics, but they just upscaled it to HD. Like, Mario doesn't look...
It has the same shitty aspect ratio.
Oh, yeah, it's still
which is so annoying.
They did fix Galaxy and Sunshine, though. Those are both 16:9 in 1080p now.
I only care about Galaxy.
I love Galaxy.
I know.
I love Galaxy so much, oh my gosh.
Goddamn. I don't know, is there anything more to say on this? It's just...
I think that's mostly it. I mean, there's the post-credit scenes. They set themselves up well with the Yoshi egg. I want to point out, like, not that this is something really to be proud of. I said it right away. I'm like, or not, I was almost there. What I said coming into the movie is, I'm like, look, if there's a post-credit scene, it's a Yoshi egg, and it's going to hatch, and then it's going to end. We got everything but it hatching. We see the egg crack, and we hear the Yoshi, and then it ends. So I wasn't perfectly on point, but I was pretty much on point for that post-credit scene. I just had a feeling. I'm like, they haven't teased Yoshi, so he's not going to be a main character. But they're going to tease him for Mario Movie 2.
Yeah. It's also... One thing that's kind of nice to see is just, like, the world that the Mario Bros. Came from.
Yeah.
Like Brooklyn and stuff. Yeah,
like, you see all the interconnected kingdoms between the Mushroom Kingdom. You see the Yoshi Kingdom very temporarily. I love that thing. I don't know if you see where it came from, but when you see all the Yoshis running on that island, it's like to mimic Yoshi's final Smash in Smash Bros. Where you just get trampled by a million Yoshis.
Was that his Ultimate Smash or his Wii U or the Wii U one?
It's an Ultimate.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean maybe it was the same in Wii U. I don't remember what carried over from Wii U to Ultimate and what was changed, but I know it's definitely an Ultimate.
They are extremely similar looking games to me.
Yeah.
Like
damn. No, they are. I love that. We had that. You see, like, the... what was it called? Like, whatever the desert level in Mario Odyssey was, you see they briefly go by that because you see the floating pyramid.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, it wasn't Layer Cake Desert. Layer Cake Desert is from New Super Mario Bros. U.
I never beat Odyssey.
I 100% in Odyssey. I've spent far too many hours in that game. Oh, my gosh. I got, like, every single moon, every single regional coin, like, all the secret bosses.
Galaxy's my favorite 3D Mario.
I beat Galaxy on the Wii, and then I want to 100% now that I have the Switch Master.
I've beaten Galaxy 2 on my Wii. That's like in the dumpster.
I've had Galaxy 2 longer than I've had a Wii. I got Galaxy 2 as like a gift once before I even had my Wii. I've still never beaten the game.
I've beaten that game like 5 times.
I need to because it's
honestly it's honestly impossible to tell the difference between the two. It's just more Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. That's really all it is.
It could have been a DLC.
Back then, I'm sure they could have released it as DLC.
Yeah. Another thing that's weird that stuck out to me, not really a complaint, but like when like Bowser's Kingdom shows up in the real world, like at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Why is everyone just totally cool with like a monkey and a princess and toads and like just acting completely normal?
Honestly, there's no real explanation, but if I want to give it to them, we can say they're so in shock from Bowser's Island coming, they'll take anything to defend them at that point.
I guess, yeah.
Like, realistically,
again, not really a complaint.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. But it's like realistically, right? If you're about to get killed by a giant turtle dragon and a gorilla comes in to fight him for you, are you gonna really complain about the gorilla?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not that this movie follows any form of realism whatsoever, but still.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've never been saved by Seth Rogen and Donkey Kong, so...
Seth Rogen, man. Oh, he's so himself.
God damn it. Fuck. God, anything else? This movie was just...
I loved it.
It was just fine. It was fine. I'm glad
it was fun.
I'm glad people are liking it. I'll get so much flack for saying it was just fine. People are...
No, I can understand where you're coming from.
People are over the moon for this movie.
That's me. I am over the moon.
Like... But what I can't stand is when people are like, you were, I'm like, if I don't, like, say I don't like it, they're like, oh, you're being too critical. You're just like one of those shitty critics. You gave it a 5. I'm like, I don't care what the critics gave it. I don't listen to them.
There were people that I'm not saying you, but there were critics that were being way too critical on this. Like, there was people that were, like, asking things that, like, you don't need to be a Mario fan to understand how the Mario power-ups work. And they're like, oh, there wasn't enough detailed explanation given as to why Mario gets stronger when he eats a mushroom. Like, no, like, shut the fuck up. Get a life. Touch grass, go outside. Or better yet, stay inside, play a Mario game for 30 seconds, and understand how this shit works. Because they shouldn't have to explain that to you.
That does not have to be explained.
And I'm not saying everyone needs to find it perfect. It is perfectly fine to even have critical takes on the movie. But the way that some, like, movie critics are looking at it, they're getting too far with it.
And Mario is just too familiar of a IP. Like, how do you not know how that works? Mario is huge.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody has played a Mario game, and everyone has hit the button and eaten a mushroom and gotten bigger.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Another thing that was a reference that was pretty cool was just, you know, the baby versions.
Yeah, I liked that.
Where are they? Were they taken from Yoshi's Island or Mario Kart Double Dash? I know from Double Dash.
Yeah, I think they're definitely more popular there, but I think their initial inception was with Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, which that was back in the 90s, and then Double Dash was like early 2000s.
I thought, God, I love Yoshi's Islands. That's another one that I really like because it's like a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
And just cool with those games.
That's pretty much all I'm going to say about Mario, honestly. Great time. Fun watch. I'm honestly excited for more.
Oh, okay. Now that we're done, I guess, about the movie, we got to talk about the future. What do you think is on the way?
We got Guardians. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be next episode.
I meant for Mario.
Oh, just for Mario in general. Oh. Well, I mean, okay. We got Zelda. We got Donkey Kong. And we got Mario 2.
Okay, a Donkey Kong and a Zelda movie are fine. They work for Illumination making that shit. But something like Metroid is not that can't be done by them.
You know what they can do? They can do Kirby. Kirby would perfectly fit their style.
Kirby would be great. Yeah, they can do that.
They could
imagine they tackle, like, I don't know, Metal Gear Solid or some shit.
Oh Lord, no, please. I want to see. I'm trying to look. I mean, I was gonna say Pokemon, but we've already gone in Pokemon. Pokemon already has their own thing going with Detective Pikachu. And that's a completely different studio.
I forgot about that movie.
Say what you will about that movie, it looks amazing. The way they CG those Pokemon was fantastic.
They turn into nightmare fuel.
No, the way they approached realism with those Pokemon was fantastic.
Some of them look alright, like the
Gyarados and the Charizard that were fighting in the boxing ring. Oh my god, I was in love.
Psyduck looks cool. Charizard looks just too real. Like he's just not.
I love it though. I love it.
He looks too real. He just looks like a dragon, not like Charizard at all.
I don't know. I love it.
They turned Pikachu into a furry. What's it called? What's the Pokemon called? The one with like the plant on its back. Bulbasaur. Yeah. Like he looks good. Or there's like a dozen of them.
Yeah.
Like those look fine. Just some look pure nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on with those movies at this point. Is there another one coming out? I don't know.
No, I don't think they've announced anything. But Pikachu didn't do that well financially or critically.
Which is so crazy. It's a Pokemon.
I know.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Kirby could honestly do well for them. I'm sure they'll be able to pull some other franchises in their ass.
Kirby is an easy slam dunk for them.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get a Smash Bros. Movie?
I think so. I think if it continues to go well, we definitely will get a Smash Bros. Movie.
Like, what can that be about? Why would they fight? Like, what would they have? Like, do you think, or like
mind control? Make Mario the protag because it's Mario, and make Link, Donkey Kong, and Kirby and Samus all under mind control, and Mario has to fight them to free them from.
What about like the third-party characters? What about live-action Sonic?
No, live-action Sonic will never come into it. I'm surprised.
Oh my god! Imagine if that happened.
No, we won't get them party characters. Nintendo's Cinematic Universe will probably be exclusive to their own things because they want things they can permanently have the rights to.
Like, no, I was about to say, what about Pac-Man? Pac-Man's Namco.
Yeah.
But aren't they like the sister company of Nintendo or something?
I don't know what they are anymore.
Because Namco made Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Like they were like taking development or some shit
Yeah.
for that. So I don't know what they're doing nowadays.
You know what else Illumination's gonna do? Fire Emblem movie.
They are?
I know. I'm just saying they could.
Well, I mean, I guess what if Nintendo like made like a few? I'm not saying I would watch them, but like I guess like animes of like Fire Emblem or some shit. I think that could work.
I would love
That appeal to people.
Or people.
It's definitely new. Like there's a lot of things to make for them. Like now that they got this whole universe started, and it's definitely gonna be a universe. Holy fuck.
For sure.
One more. Hey, it didn't make as much money as Morbius though. So.
$1 more billion. Oh man.
Okay, so that's the potential future of
The NCU.
NCU. Yeah, it's closely similar sounding to MCU, and I keep thinking that, but no, NCU.
I'm still like dying on the hill of trying to make the MCU. People calling it the MCM now because it's a multiverse, not a singular universe anymore. Please.
That's. Just make a petition of it or something.
Change. The thing is, I don't care if people call it the MCU. I'll fully still obviously gonna understand, and I'm not gonna correct you or anything. But it's like I don't want to be clowned on for saying MCM because it still makes sense because it is now a multiverse.
Well, what's the multiverse? It's just the Marvel universe and like Sony.
And also now the Fox universe, the X-Men. Like it's confirmed.
Oh,
Deadpool 3
that's
is gonna
right.
Be,
that's right.
Deadpool's coming from the Fox universe into the MCU.
That's right.
Plus whatever other things they make cameos on. I wouldn't be surprised if the new Blade has some sort of connection to the old Blade.
Did you see that it got put on pause?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And Deadpool 3's moving up.
Poor Blade, man.
Because they're like switching directors. Like the main guy doesn't even want to be a part of it anymore. Like
and the writers.
They did a whole script, and Kevin Feige's like, "L, do it again."
And like the whole writers' strike thing going on right now.
Yeah, the writers' strike. Yeah.
What even is that all about? I haven't found too much information.
Because the entertainment industry is it's all contract based. You can't get secure jobs, and so workers just get treated horribly because it's either you get treated horribly or you get no job. And so between writing teams, VFX teams, which is why so many movies are suffering with CGI, especially Marvel. They're just finally trying to put together a strike, put together a union. Writers have a union, which is why they're able to strike. VFX teams don't have a union, which is why we never have up to now seen strikes. And so I hope that we someday do, because better unions for VFX workers will mean it takes more money to make a movie, but we're gonna get better quality movies because we're gonna get workers that are happy to work on the projects they're doing. And people who are committed to making a good project and not half-assed work and just being rushed at the end.
Yeah, because those poor VFX artists, man, had to work on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yeah.
And shit. Like, come on, treat your VFX artists with, like, respect. They literally make, like, 75% of the movie.
Yeah.
In this case, like, 95% of Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
And even animators, too, like, they get dicked hard.
Yeah.
The show for one season's out, and they all get fired.
Yeah.
Move on. Sucks. Entertainment industry is ass.
It is.
It's ass unless if you're making big videos out there or some shit.
Yeah.
And like making something revolutionary. That's it. So now about the future of our episodes. What do we got next?
So Guardians of the Galaxy will be next episode coming very, very soon.
If
you're going to see The Flash, we'll make a Flash episode. I want to see The Flash. If you want to see The Flash. Actually, you know what's before The Flash? Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's right.
That's a definite episode right
that's
there.
Right.
I already know. I'll have a million things to say.
Oh, that's like a month away.
Yeah, less.
Fuck. Or like 4 days left. What's going on? Hang on, let me see.
Fast 10, I'm not going to watch that. Little Mermaid, I'm not going to watch that. The Flash, I'm definitely going to watch that. Barbie and Oppenheimer on the same day. I'm going to watch both of those on the same day.
I'm seeing Oppenheimer.
I'm going to see both. I had, without a doubt, to see both.
Spider-Verse, there's Transformers, this movie called The Machine. Yeah, big, Luca wants to see this one. Indy 5. Yeah, boy. I'm excited but terrified for Indy 5.
Okay.
Yeah, Flash, Pixar's Elemental.
I don't care about Elemental. It looks so mid.
Looks like a 2023 Pixar movie.
Yeah.
You got Wes Anderson's new movie, Asteroid City. Strays, that R-rated movie with Will Ferrell. Great.
Aquaman back like down in December.
Oh, that's forever. That's Insidious. Fucking 5.
Oh
Stop
my
it.
God.
Stop it. With Insidious movies are so bad. Yeah, we got a bunch. Still a bunch on the way. We have like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5. And honestly, you don't always have to make episodes that we see in theaters. You can just watch something in your own time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, speaking of which, what have you seen? Is there, like, just run down some movies that you've seen?
Let me pull up the Letterboxd diary. I'll kind of just run through. I've actually, as of today, or not actually not as today, as of tomorrow, if I watch them tomorrow, I'll have watched a movie a day for a week straight, which is pretty cool.
Let's go.
Just a few highlights. Fight Club, finally around to watching that. Amazing. Donnie Darko, the movie you'll dick ride to death. Zoolander 2 wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was alright.
I read your review. I'm like, damn, I'm surprised. I'm like, I have no opinion on it. I just know that people.
Opening kill of Justin Bieber.
Oh, they killed him?
Justin Bieber was in the movie and they killed him immediately. He gets shot up like crazy. It was funny as hell.
Oh, wow.
Bro's like just doing the Harlem Shake as he gets shot. It was funny.
What the fuck?
Godfather. We're going to see Godfather 2 tonight. I finally watched Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Wasn't as good as the first Fantastic Four, but it wasn't as terrible as I'm sure Fantastic is. Never gonna watch it, but it's fine.
Maybe you should. Wait, what did you say? Say that again. We're fantastic. What did he say?
He's like, yeah, we're pretty fantastic. Say that again. What? Whether we're fantastic? Yeah.
And there's 4 of us. I don't even want to think about it. Stop.
Iron Giant, really liked that. Bo Burnham Inside, blown away. I gotta watch the Inside Outtakes. And that's it for recent. Then we can go back even further, but that's pretty much it for recent times.
What about me? What have I seen recently? I've seen a bunch of shit recently. We saw Guardians last night. I rewatched Scarface for like the 5th time. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I love. That's like my favorite crime movie probably. I rewatched Kick-Ass, which is the most, which I think is the most underrated superhero movie out there right now. It is very, very good. Very good. Very funny too. What the fuck is this? I rewatched the entire Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute best Spider-Man movies ever. I think that's it right now. Yeah, I haven't watched too much. And I'm in the middle of this movie called 21 right now. It's very good. It's stars Kevin Shitface Spacey. And like he's teaching these he has like these students. He teaches them like they're very smart. Like he teaches them how to cheat at blackjack. And I'm like an hour in right now. It's very good, and I already love it because MGMT's Time to Pretend is the opening song in it.
Man. Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in for what's in store.
So I think that pretty much wraps it up for this one.
Yep. That's
Guardians
it.
of the Galaxy Volume 3, full review and analysis coming very, very soon. We'll see y'all then.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Peace out.
Ciao, Belly.